Life is a battle. You've felt it. The weight, the struggle, the moments when giving up feels easier than holding on. But here's the truth. Those moments, they're not the end. They're the beginning. The beginning of your strength, your resilience, your transformation. I've been where you are, and I know this for sure. Pain doesn't stop you unless you let it. Keep watching, because what you're about to hear could change everything. Life doesn't always go as planned, does it? Sometimes it feels like the universe has chosen you for a battle, one you never signed up for. It's like you wake up and everything's harder than it should be. But here you are, still standing, still fighting, and still looking for answers. You're not alone, even if it feels like it. You're facing tough seasons right now, and I know it hurts. We've all been there, and trust me, you're gonna get through this. There will be days when everything seems too heavy to carry. The world seems against you, and your dreams feel so far out of reach. So what do? You dig deeper and you ask yourself, why? What's your why? Because when you don't feel like getting out of bed, when you think about giving up, your why will be the fire that pushes you. Your mama, your dad, your kids, they need you. Get up for them, and then get up for yourself. There's something in you that is bigger than the circumstances around you, and it's just waiting to break free. When life pushes you to your limits, it's easy to feel defeated. You want to quit, to throw in the towel. But that's when you need to hear your wife's voice in your head, telling you to keep going. She'll give you the edge you need when you think you have nothing left. That's the power of having a solid why. It keeps you going when everything else tells you to stop. You don't need to look outside of yourself for the strength you already have inside. You've got what you need. You've always had it. You're going through your own version of the grind. And I know it's frustrating when you don't see the results right away. You've been putting in the work for years, and the outcome doesn't match the effort. You've invested everything, time, money, energy, and sometimes it feels like the world is watching, waiting for you to give up. But listen, what happened to you doesn't define you. Getting knocked down isn't your fault. It's life. But if you're still lying there, defeated, a week from now, a year from now, that's on you. You have the power to get up, no matter how hard the fall. Getting up is what matters. I need you to remember something. Pain is not permanent. The struggle you're feeling right now, it's temporary. You are bigger than that pain. You are capable of moving beyond it. This isn't your first heartbreak. This isn't your first setback. You've been through tough times before, and you made it out stronger. Every rejection, every no, every door that closed, it's not the end of the road. It's just a detour. Imagine if we all had that mentality when things go wrong. What if every time we failed, we stood back up and kept moving forward? Every time the world told us no, we turned it into yes? I know you've had moments when the lights were cut off, when it felt like the world was against you. But look at you. You're still holding onto that dream, even when nobody believes in you. And that's the attitude that makes all the difference. It's not the destination that matters most. It's the person you become on the way there. The challenges, the pain, the moments when you feel like giving up. Those are the things that shape you. They build your character, your courage, your faith. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, you'll see someone who has fought, who has endured, and who is still standing. You'll see someone who's learned to embrace life, even when it's tough. There are going to be times when things don't go according to plan. No matter how much you've worked on yourself, no matter how talented you are, that's just part of life. But here's the thing, everyone faces crossroads. Everyone has a moment where they can choose to quit or to keep going. The question is, what will you choose? Will you give up, or will you push through? Think about how you handle challenges. How do you respond when things get hard? Do you break, or do you rise? If you can't handle a no, then you need to reframe how you see rejection. For me, I love the word no. It fuels me, it excites me, it makes me want to come back stronger, because every no brings me closer to a yes. And I want you to feel the same way. Don't let rejection stop you. Use it as a reason to push forward, to be even better. The best part of the journey, the stronger you get, the closer you get to becoming the person you were always meant to be. You've got to learn to embrace every no you hear, because that's where your strength lies. Every rejection, every setback, it all builds you up, toughens you. The more no's you face, the stronger you become. It's not just about surviving the knocks. It's about becoming callous to them, making them fuel your fire. You get to a point where a no longer knocks you down. It ignites something in you. You're no longer afraid of it, because every rejection is just a step closer to your success. But here's the thing, scars will come. The bumps along the way, the mistakes, the defeats, those are the things that make you who you are. And if you're running from those scars, running from the process, you're missing out on the blessings they bring. Everyone goes through it. We all take those L's, we all get hurt, we all cry. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. And you're not the only one going through it. Don't let your pain control you. Use it to fuel your journey, because on the other side of that struggle, there's something amazing waiting for you. You might not want to go through the fire, but let me tell you something. The fire purifies you. Whatever challenge you're facing right now, whether it's sickness, a financial struggle, or any other obstacle, I need you to declare, I can beat this. I will beat this. I must. This fight is bigger than you. It's for your family, for your future. You might not have all the resources, the money, or the support, but there's something deep inside you that will carry you through. When you decide, I'm going to make it, nothing can stop you. You're the only one who can limit your own potential. There's no situation that has the power to keep you down unless you allow it. Life will throw challenges at you, but your reaction to those challenges is what matters most. You don't retreat, you don't run. You stand firm. You stand for something. You fight for what you believe in. You live by your principles and you die by them. You've got staying power. You've got endurance. And no matter what you're walking through, whether it's a broken marriage, failure after failure, or an illness, you have a spirit inside you that's bigger than any of it. The only thing that can defeat you is quitting. And quitting isn't an option. Keep fighting. Fight your way through your struggles, through your fears, through every obstacle. Whether it's a battle with cancer, an academic struggle, a broken relationship, or a career in sports or entertainment, keep fighting. The victory is waiting on the other side of that battle. The hard part isn't the fight. It's staying in the fight when you feel like giving up. But remember, as long as you keep going, you're in the game. You're not out of it yet. Don't listen to those who say you can't do it. Who are they, anyway? When they tell you you're not going to make it, don't believe them. You know what you're capable of. Don't stop. Don't give up. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Quitting is the only way to guarantee failure. But if you keep going, if you stay relentless, you're still in the game and you're still winning. Life isn't just about dealing with the challenges. It's about how you respond to them. You can choose to let life overwhelm you, or you can choose to take responsibility and change your circumstances. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is this. Those who succeed don't make excuses. They don't keep talking about their problems. They don't stay stuck in their story. They take ownership of their life and move forward. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. The challenges you face don't define you. How you respond to them does. So stand up, take responsibility, and know that you've invested too much in this journey to give up now. You've made too many sacrifices, worked too hard, come too far. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And that's where your power lies. Life will test you in ways you never imagined. There will be moments when you feel like the world is against you, when everything seems to be falling apart. During those times, it's easy to feel defeated, to give in to the weight of your struggles. But what if, instead of giving up, you decided to get back up and fight? What if you saw these challenges as an opportunity to grow stronger? That's the choice you face. You can either stay down or you can rise above it all. When life knocks you down, it's tempting to stay there, to wallow in your pain. But that's not the way forward. Life doesn't care about your struggles, your tears, or your pain. No one is coming to save you. You are the only one who can change your circumstances. You are the one who decides whether to stay defeated or to fight back. The truth is, you don't need anyone to rescue you. You already have the strength within yourself. The only question is, will you use it? Pain, struggle, and failure are a part of life. They will come for everyone, but they don't define you unless you let them. It's not the difficulties that will break you. It's your response to them that matters. It's in your power to turn the hardest moments into opportunities for growth. The road ahead will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Success doesn't come overnight. It's built with patience, persistence, and consistent action. Most people want instant results. They want things to happen fast. But the truth is, success takes time. It's about putting in the work, day after day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing through when every part of you is telling you to quit. If you stay focused and keep moving forward, even when things are tough, you will get there. It's a system that works if you work it, but it's not always easy. You will face setbacks. You will face challenges. But those setbacks don't define you unless you let them. Every time you get knocked down, you have a choice. You can stay down or you can get back up and keep fighting. It's important to ask yourself, why are you doing this? What is your reason for pushing through the tough times? Find that purpose, that deep reason that drives you. Whether it's your family, your dreams, or something else that motivates you, hold on to that reason and let it push you forward. When you have a strong why, you can keep going even when it feels impossible. Life is going to challenge you in ways you never expected. You might face financial hardship, health issues, or emotional pain. Whatever it is, it will leave a mark. But it's important to remember that this mark doesn't have to be a mark of defeat. You can choose to turn these struggles into a mark of victory. The key is to stay strong, to keep moving forward, and to grow from the experience. Right now, you may be facing a battle. There may be a voice in your head telling you to quit, telling you that you can't do it. That voice is fear, it's doubt, it's worry. But there's another voice inside you, the voice of wisdom, the voice of strength, the voice of faith. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. Which voice will you listen to? You can listen to the voice of fear and give up, or you can listen to the voice of wisdom and keep going. It's not what happens to you that determines your future. It's how you respond. You will face challenges, but you can choose how to react to them. You can choose to get stronger, smarter, and more resilient. You can choose to let the difficulties you face shape you into a better version of yourself. Whatever you're going through right now, remember this. It's temporary. It will pass. You may not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but trust that it's there. Sometimes, when life gets overwhelming, it's okay to take a step back. Take a moment to clear your head, to regain your focus, and then come back with a new perspective. Don't let your emotions control you. You are in charge of how you respond. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a chance to learn. And every time life knocks you down, you have the choice to get back up. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't whether or not they face challenges, it's how they respond to those challenges. Will you let life's obstacles stop you, or will you use them to propel you forward? You have the power to control your life. You are the only one who can decide how to react to the situations you face. Life will throw obstacles in your way, but how you respond is what will define you. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep pushing forward. You are stronger than you think. You have the strength to overcome whatever comes your way. Stay focused, stay determined, and keep moving forward. Success is waiting for you on the other side. You have the power to transform your life, but the key to doing so lies in one simple truth. You have to be the one to make the change. Whether it's in your physical health, mental state, emotional resilience, or spiritual growth, the person who can dig you out of any hole is you. No one else can do it for you, and no one else can take responsibility for your life. If you want change, you need to be the one to step forward, stand tall, and face what's ahead. We all, at some point, feel the sting of the victim mentality. Why me? Is a natural question, but it's also a trap. You can either be the victim of your circumstances or the victor over them. The choice is yours. You need to take charge of your emotions, not let them control you. You are the captain of your life's ship. Whether things affect you negatively or positively depends on how you choose to respond. In life, there's no such thing as losing. There's only winning or learning. Your failures are not defeats unless you let them be. They are lessons in disguise, teaching you what works and what doesn't. If you can learn from your mistakes, every setback becomes a gift. The problem arises when we allow obstacles to stop us in our tracks. This is the moment you must fight back. Don't give up, don't give in. Push through. Keep executing, even when it's hard, even when the odds are stacked against you. When adversity hits, you need to remember your purpose. You need to get up, get dressed, and go do what you're meant to do. The world will try to break you, but you can. Prove everyone wrong. If you push through the pain, you will come out stronger. Pain is temporary. It's a stepping stone to something greater. On the other side of the struggle is a reward that's worth fighting for. Life will throw unexpected challenges your way, things you never saw coming. These moments can feel like the breaking point, the moment when you've had enough. It's at this very point when it seems impossible to go on that you need to dig in. Don't give up. That's the exact moment the tide will turn. You might feel depleted, like you can't go any further, but that's when you need to keep pushing. You may feel like life is kicking dirt in your face, but don't give in. When most people turn back, you have to keep going forward. No matter how dark the days get, remember that as long as you're alive, there's hope. It's never too late. Things can always turn around. The darkest times often precede the greatest breakthroughs. Embrace the bad days, because they're the ones that will make you stronger. Pain is the cost of growth. If you want to grow and evolve, there's no way around it. You can't become who you were meant to be by staying on easy street. The hardships you face will shape you into someone more resilient, more capable, and more determined. The key to overcoming anything is finding a reason to keep going. Once you find that reason, you'll realize just how strong you truly are. Every human has the strength to push through hardship, but you have to decide to keep going. Trials and challenges come for everyone, but only those who are strong enough to push through will come out on top. You have the opportunity to show the world and yourself what you're truly made of. There are moments when you'll feel like quitting. You'll face pain, disappointment, and frustration. But that's when you're closest to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Don't stop now. Don't compromise because it's hard. The most successful people didn't give up. When the going got tough, they didn't stop just because no one believed in them or supported them. They kept going because they knew their dreams were worth the fight. Success isn't reserved for those who have the perfect start in life. You don't need to come from the perfect background to make it. You don't need to have everything handed to you. What matters most is how hard you're willing to work and how determined you are to overcome the adversity in your way. It's not about the circumstances you were born into. It's about what you're willing to do to change your life. So, ask yourself, when life gets tough, will you give up? Or will you dig deeper and keep going? The choice is yours. You have what it takes to break through. Keep going, stay focused, and remember that the best is yet to come. You don't need to start life with a perfect hand. Whether your parents graduated or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you play the cards you're dealt. Life will test you with obstacles, loss, sickness, failure, but if your reasons for pushing forward are deeper than just material things like a car or a house, nothing can stop you. When your motivation comes from a place of intrinsic value, when you're doing it for something greater than yourself, no challenge is too big to overcome. Whether it's for your family, your community, or a cause you believe in, when your why is strong, you cannot be broken. This isn't about surface-level goals. If your dreams are only tied to things that are temporary or external, then any setback could take you out. But when your purpose is rooted deeply within you, when it's tied to your values, your vision, your inner fire, there's nothing that can derail you. Mountains will seem smaller, trials will seem bearable, and no amount of tribulation can shake you. You don't just want success for the sake of success. You want it because it represents who you are and what you stand for. So ask yourself, what drives you? What is that thing that gets you out of bed every day? What's the fuel that will help you push through the tough times? The sickness, the failures, the doubts. When you know why you're doing something, when you know the purpose behind your actions, you become unstoppable. It's not just about I can or I will. It's about believing that no matter what, I must. There will be days when it rains. You'll feel discouraged, and life will throw you obstacles. But that's where the real battle begins. The key isn't in avoiding difficulties. It's in overcoming them. Whatever it is you're facing, you must decide that you will not stop. There will be giants in your life, but giants can be defeated. You have the power to rise with confidence, knowing that no obstacle is insurmountable. Life is full of challenges. Sometimes, it feels like you've been knocked down so many times that getting back up seems impossible. You'll want to give up, to throw in the towel, but that's the moment when you have to dig deep. You may feel like hiding behind a mask, pretending everything's okay, but deep inside you know the truth. Life is tough, and it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to not know exactly how things are going to turn out, but it's not okay to stay down. Here's the thing, life is going to knock you down. It's not a matter of if, but when. The true measure of your strength isn't how many times you get knocked down, but how many times you get back up. Every time you rise, you build resilience. You develop grit. You learn that while life may be hard, it's worth fighting for. It's worth believing in. It's worth standing up for. You've got to fight through the discomfort, the fear, the anxiety, the stress. No matter what you're facing right now, whether it's financial problems, health issues, or personal struggles, it's important to remember. It's not about what's happening to you, but how you respond to it. Inside of you is a well of strength, courage, and perseverance that you haven't even tapped into yet. Fear may come. It may paralyze you, make you question your decisions, but don't let fear control you. It's okay to feel afraid, but don't let that fear define you. Just because fear is present doesn't mean it has to have power over you. There's a difference between feeling afraid and being defeated by fear. You can still move forward, even if you don't have all the answers. Life may seem overwhelming at times. It may seem like there's no way out, no solution in sight. But as long as you're still breathing, you have hope. As long as you're alive, you have a chance to turn things around. Never let anyone convince you that it's over. The story of your life is yours to write, and it doesn't end with one failure, one setback, or one bad decision. So when things get tough, don't give up. Don't speak a death sentence over your life. Don't say it's over. Speak life into your situation. Speak hope. Speak possibility. When you feel like you can't go on, that's when you need to push harder. The road may be long. The struggle may be real. But the victory at the end will be so worth it. You don't need to have it all figured out today, but you do need to make the decision to keep going. To rise every time you fall, to keep taking steps forward even when it feels like you're standing still. It's worth it. You are worth it. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how many times you're knocked down, remember, you have what it takes to get through it. Keep going because you're closer to your breakthrough than you think. There are moments in life when everything seems to be falling apart. You feel like you've been used, hurt, and maybe even betrayed. It's painful, and it's hard to keep going when you feel so broken. But in those moments, it's crucial to remember that the journey isn't over. The righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets back up. Life isn't about avoiding pain. It's about using it. When you're knocked down, when you're bruised and bleeding, that's when you need to dig deep. Yes, you're hurt. Yes, it feels overwhelming. But you don't have to let the pain define you. You have the power to recycle that pain, to turn it into fuel. You've been through tough times before, and you came out on the other side stronger. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. It's an invitation to rise higher than before, to use your pain to push you toward greatness. When you feel like you're done, like you've reached the end of your strength, that's when you have to remind yourself to keep showing up. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it. They get up when it hurts. They keep going when they want to quit. They press forward when everything inside them says, just stop. Success isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to anyone who is willing to put in the work. It's not about being born with a perfect hand or having the right circumstances. It's about willpower, determination, and grit. The only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams is the belief that you can't. You're not being held back by anyone other than yourself. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or the perfect situation. It's about what you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice, and how hard you're willing to fight. You want success? You can have it, but it's not handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work when no one is watching. It's about going the extra mile, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about not quitting when things get tough, because things will get tough. But that's where the growth happens. That's where you build the resilience that will carry you to the top. Don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Cry because you're hurting, but still pushing forward. You're already in pain, so why not make that pain work for you? Why not turn your struggles into your greatest strength? The pain you feel today can be the motivation for your tomorrow. Don't let it break you. Let it build you. Let it fuel your fire. The road to success isn't easy. It's full of obstacles, setbacks, and difficulties. But it's in those moments that you discover who you truly are. You discover how strong you are, how capable you are, and how resilient you can be. You realize that no matter what life throws at you, you have the strength to handle it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to keep going when it seems like all hope is lost. So don't give up. Don't let the pain take you out. You've already come this far, and you have everything it takes to go even further. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you know. And as long as you're still breathing, you're still in the game. Life may be hard, but you are harder. Keep pushing. Keep showing up. You're not done yet. You're just getting started. Every lesson, every struggle, and every success shared by these influential voices is a reminder that greatness is within reach for all of us. The key is to act, to take the knowledge we gain and apply it to our own lives. Whether it's finding your why, pushing through pain, or refusing to give up when the odds seem insurmountable, the power to transform your life is already within you. You have the strength to rise above any challenge, the resilience to keep going when things get tough, and the drive to create a future you're proud of. But none of this happens by accident. It takes commitment, inspiration, and a constant reminder of what's possible. That's why this channel exists, to be your source of motivation, your guide, and your community on this journey of growth. If today's message resonated with you, don't let it stop here. Take action. Let's continue learning together, discovering the powerful life lessons from the most influential voices in the world. By subscribing to this channel, you're not just hitting a button, you're making a choice to invest in yourself and your future. So, click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's turn inspiration into action, challenges into victories, and dreams into reality. Together, we'll keep pushing forward, one lesson at a time. You're not alone in this journey. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Let's make it happen. You've got this.